people for an extraordinary destiny. Good afternoon, one and all gathered. I, R. Dakshata from Department of Mathematics, here to take forward the gathering. I take immense pleasure in inviting you all for today's webinar.
Guest, Dr. R. Sagadevan sir, he did a lot of research in almost partial differential equation and in also in Ramanujan's number theory also. So he is the right person to deliver the address, chief guest address for this Ramanujan's day. I hope our students are familiar with Ramanujans. If you want to know entire story of Ramanujan, I request all of our students to see the film Ramanujan. It is a Tamil film Ramanujan and an English film that is The Man Who Knew Infinity. These two are the life history of Ramanujan. So with this few word, I request our chief guest to deliver the chief guest address for this Ramanujan's birthday occasion. Thank you, Anandal. Sir, please, sir.
So, thank you very much for your nice introduction. First, I must congratulate the Secretary, Principal, and Dr. Angaraj, and Dr. Lada Makichari, and other faculty members for organizing this function. And this year, as Dr. Angaraj has pointed out, I'm not new to PSG Arts and Science College. I've been on different occasions visited mathematics and both departments, and also this is one of the reputed colleges in India. So I am very proud to participate this function in PSG Arts and Science College. And I would like to mention that so there are three functions coincide with this one. First is today we are celebrating 133rd Ramanujan birthday. The other one is National Mathematics Day. And then third one is Ramanujan has passed away in 100 years back, that is on April 26, 1920. So for the past 1 year, throughout the country, so people are organizing the 100th death anniversary and arranging discussions, conducting quiz programs and other things. So therefore, I am very happy to participate in all the three functions organized by this college. Regarding the National Mathematics Day, the University of Madras has organized an international conference on the occasion of 125th birth anniversary. For that function, the former Prime Minister, Dr. Manmohan Singh, came, and he announced that to just memorize, honor of Ramanujan, so India can celebrate his birthday as National Mathematics Day. And during the 25th birth anniversary function, Dr. Manmohan Singh has mentioned that the due importance, the due propagation of mathematics is not illustrated among the students, faculty, and other common people. In other words, he has outlined 5 or 6 aims or goals. One of the goals is to create awareness of mathematics and importance of mathematics, applications of mathematics, and mathematics helps to promote or pursue industry-related problems and real-world-like problems. And he has also, Dr. Manmohan Singh has also pointed out that our methodology, teaching methodology and research methodology have to redefine in such a way that so whatever we teach in the classroom, it should reach to the common audience. Okay? So that is his, there are 2 points I have mentioned and a few more points he has outlined. that in our mind, so we are taking all steps to implement his ideas, Dr. Manmohan Singh ideas. Okay? So that is one of the purpose of organizing National Mathematics Day. So therefore, so PSD is one of the reputed colleges, and they have rightly organized to create awareness, to propagate importance of mathematics to the young mind, to the students. Okay? So I am very happy. So my presentation or lecture two parts, and first few slides. So I will present Ramanujan's life and works. The second one, how we can create awareness, how we can illustrate importance of the mathematics. Okay? So that is my plan. Okay. So to start with, the first part, it's Ramanujan's life and works. And I would like to mention that this particular lecture is meant for students. We wanted to motivate students to pursue. And our students or our younger generation should remember the contributions made by Indian mathematicians. So Ramanujan is one of the highest level mathematicians. So therefore, I have prepared exclusively to suit to the students. Our faculty members are familiar to listen, the Ramanujan's history. So what this is meant for, whatever I present is purely meant for students' point of view. So Srinivasa Ramanujan was born on December 22nd, 1887 at E Road. So his mother name is Komlat Ammal. Srinivasa Ramanujan had one younger brother. His name is Sadagoban. And he has also had another four, one sister and three more brothers. All of them have died at the very young age. That is within 1 year of birth, because of malnutrition problem. So they have not survived. Ramanujan only survived, and Ramanujan also had health problems, but even then he was able to survive. And he started his schooling in Erode itself. And I would like to mention one of the pathetic or interesting story of Ramanujan is up to age 3 is unable to speak. நம்ம தமிழ்ல வந்து நம்ம கொஞ்சம் லேசா நம்ம திக்குவாயா இருக்கவங்க சொல்லி நம்ம சொல்லுவோம். So he has not at all clearly up to age of 3. To overcome this problem, he was sent to Kanchipuram, or there is a town called Sri Perumbudur, and there you can see the Ramanujam. There's another Ramanujar. There is a temple. So there he spent 1 or 2 years. Somehow he picked up there, and he was able to speak, write, and everything. So the beauty is, at the young age, he was unable to speak. Okay. Then he had a schooling. He started schooling in Erode itself, and then his family moved into Kumbakonam. There he passed out matriculation in 1903. In the school, whatever prizes are available in the school, he is the only student who got everything, all the prizes. So he excelled himself in all areas of science, arts, culture, everything he has excelled. In 1904, after passing matriculation, so he joined in Government Arts College, Kumbakonam. See, I would like to mention to our younger generation, in 1904, we had only 3 government colleges. So one is Presidency College, and other is Government Arts College, Kumbakonam. And I don't know whether Government Arts College in Coimbatore also have started during that time. Only 3 colleges, government colleges at the time exist. So he joined for first examination in arts. These days, we call it +2. Up to 19, I mean, before that, we call this is pre-university exam, PUC. So even before that, this is the first examination in arts. So this was coined by British colonial people. The course is for 2 years duration. So the condition of the course is whatever subject assigned for the first year, the candidate must pass. If the candidate does not pass all the subjects, then he will not be permitted, he or she will not be permitted to continue for second year course. So Ramanujan passed only in mathematics. The remaining subject is unable to get the required number of marks, so he failed. So because he failed, and whatever awards, whatever monetary scholarship given, that everything has been withdrawn. The family situation is, Ramanujan family is very, very poor. And Ramanujan's father, he worked as a cloth merchant. நம்ம ஊர்ல குமாஸ்தான் சொல்லி சொல்லுவோம், பெட்டி கடை குமாஸ்தான் சொல்லுவோம். ஸோ அங்கே வந்து மாதம் 15 ரூபா சேலரி. தோஸ் டேஸ் சேலரி 15 ரூபாங்கிறது இஸ் a big amount. So he earned 15 rupees a month. And so they had, besides Ramanujan, few more children they also had. So with 15 rupees a month salary, it's not that much, it's very, very difficult to survive or to run the family that well. Okay, so that is the family situation. In fact, to overcome deficiency, that is from the monetary money point of view, Ramanujan's mother has boarding, lodging for the college students. Okay, in that situation, Ramanujan has not completed the course. He failed. Once, as a consequence of failure, so all awards, monetary awards have been withdrawn. Then because, okay, he failed, he got dejected. Ramanujan got dejected. Believe it or not, he ran away from the home. So those days, we have 2 trains from Rameshwaram to Varanasi. Rameshwaram, see, one train passes through Trichy, Ariyalur, one Trichy, Tanjavur, Kumbakonam, etc. So without taking any ticket, so Ramanujan disappeared, and we heard that he spent some time in Varanasi. So in 1905, on September 5th, 1905, the Hindu newspaper gave an advertisement, missing, the person is missing. So the description is a short person with a bulky body, etc., etc., have disappeared. And that news item was read by Ramanujan himself in Varanasi. After spending 3 or 4 months, he returned to Kumbakonam. Then in Kumbakonam, Ramanujan's family decided to move from Kumbakonam to some other city. In fact, they have moved to Chennai in the suburb Chetpet. So they have rented a house in Chetpet. So family insists to pass, first the examination in arts. He joined as a private student in Pachebas College, and there also the same story, meaning that so he has not passed in all the subjects other than mathematics. In the history of University of Madras, he is the only student who has completed 3 hours question paper in 20 minutes time. And these days, you people are familiar that if one enters into the same examination hall, they will be allowed to leave after crossing 30 minutes. So Ramanujan, also the same condition exists. Ramanujan spent 30 minutes and handed over the answers straight. So he scored 97 marks in that particular paper. That was a history created by Ramanujan. So Ramanujan failed. See, those days, if some of our kids is not performing well in various activities. Means normally what will we do? We will, I mean, we believe that if we arrange a marriage, then things will change. So that is what that's it. When no one will listen. Our children, they won't accept what the elders say. And those days, since Ramanujan has not performed well in the education, or he has not completed the first examination in arts, so the family decided to uh, arrange marriage. So in 1909, Ramanujan got married with Janaki Ammal. So you can see in the slide. At the time, Janaki's age is 9 years old. So he was 21 years. So 21 years boy got married with old. It is unbelievable. Of course, those days children marriage is permissible within the law permissible. So therefore it happened. However, Ramanujan's father was not happy about this marriage, and Ramanujan's father has not agreed. Well, it's quite common even now. I mean, father will say one thing and mother will say something else. I mean, there's a mismatch of thoughts. The same thing happened in Ramanujan case also. And Ramanujan, I mean, the marriage held in near Kodumudi, and Ramanujan's father has not attended the function. Then after a while, he has compromised. So he accepted, Ramanujan's father accepted this marriage. However, at the time, the Ramanujan family finds difficult to run the family. And they have added the Ramanujan and his wife. So therefore, Ramanujan wanted to earn some money to look after the family and look after the wife happily. And he moved from Chennai to Georgetown. There is a suburb in Chennai. That suburb is Georgetown. So Georgetown, if you go to Georgetown, definitely you will get whatever type of job, you will get a job. Okay, because this is located near port. So definitely you will get a job. So with that intention, he rented a house. Ramanujan and his wife rented a house in Georgetown. So they're searching for job. Somehow, Ramanujan's expectation is slightly different. And once other side is Brahmins, strict Brahmins. Okay, and so they won't accept all the employment. And again, they have moved from Georgetown to Triplicane. So in Triplicane, Ramanujan met a friend, his name is Narasimhan, and discussed about how to run the life family and how to earn money, etc. So Ramanujan friend Narasimhan advised Ramanujan, why don't you take, and if you take tuition, I mean, even at the time the tuition was there. Okay, the early, I mean, some 50 years back, if you attend tuition classes, then we will be regarded as not having sufficient ideas, sufficient நம்ம education strong இல்லை அப்படின்னு அந்த காலத்துல சொல்லுவாங்க. இன்னைக்கு opposite, tuition போனாதான் நம்ம மதிக்கிறாங்க. Okay, so Ramanujan took tuition for Presidency College students, and that too postgraduate students. See, one side he has not in first examination in arts. That is, in other words, in our sense or present language, he has not completed +2. But at the same time, he is taking tuition for postgraduate students. So now you can imagine, so what kind of knowledge, what kind of intuition, what kind of innovative mathematics he had at the time in his mind. So by taking tuition, he earned some money, so he was quite happy. However, his mathematics urge is not completed. He wanted to excel one day in mathematics, because only for in first degree in first examination in arts. Okay, the faculty members, mathematics department faculty members in the Presidency College, uh, discussed different things. At that time, the head of the department was Professor Ananda Rao. He suggested Ramanujan, why don't you send your results to overseas mathematicians? So, in the meantime, in 1912, he joined as a clerk in Madras Port Trust with 30 rupees of month. Okay, some improvement in his earnings. So, with 30 rupees is a huge amount those days. And he was appointed in dispatch clerk. After attending the clerical work, he spent much of the time in doing calculations. And in one of the files, he mixed his calculations. That is, the files containing official document plus his mathematical calculations. So this was submitted to the Madras Port Trust chairman. Chairman had some mathematical calculation. Chairman was a mathematics graduate. So he is well versed in mathematics graduate. He studied in University of Cambridge. So after going through the loose sheet of Ramanujan containing calculations, the Madras Port Trust chairman found that this fellow is having valuable knowledge in mathematics. So he also, and he expressed, he invited Ramanujan and discussed mathematics and his interests and other things. He suggested to meet mathematicians working in College of Engineering, Guindy, and other visitors from England. Okay, so somehow people have suggested to write letters to British mathematicians about his contribution. So on January 13, 1913, Ramanujan wrote a letter which contains 120 results. See, normally if you go through the Ramanujan notebooks, you can find statement and the result. Nobody knows how he arrived at result. So that way, Ramanujan wrote a letter along with 120 statements and results to 3 mathematicians. And the first mathematician, that all of them are working in United Kingdom, the first mathematician has sent a reply that, okay, you complete the school and then approach. Second mathematician, he did not respond. Third mathematician, Professor Hardy. While going through the first, Hardy is not convinced about his capability. In fact, he used the rough word. So the entire results looks like a fraud. Okay, so that was his conclusion. Somewhere he has mentioned, Hardy has mentioned that the results are not correct, not fraud, or is already exist. See, normally, and if we say somebody is not good, means after 1 week or so, we will again rethink. நம்ம யாரையுமே வந்து ஒரு மோசம் கொஞ்ச நாள் கழிச்சு யோசிப்போம், ஏன் இவர் மோசம்னு சொல்லியிருப்போம். அந்த மாதிரி இவர் G.H. Hardy again he read the Ramanujan's letter. Okay, then one day Hardy found that this kind of mathematics results cannot be done by normal person. So Ramanujan is an extraordinary person. He should not waste not even 1 minute in India. So he has written a letter to the Chennai, the Madras State. Those days it is called nowadays it's called governor. I don't remember the name. Okay, he has written to the top official to the Madras State. Then that was forwarded to University of Madras, requesting to help him. So that was the turning point of Ramanujan. Then, now, see the governor of Madras State requested the University of Madras to adopt Ramanujan as a researcher. So therefore, Ramanujan applied for research student. Then we JRF apply பண்ற மாதிரி அவர் apply பண்ணாரு. See, the problem here is he has not completed first examination in arts. With earlier, he had only matriculation passing. With matriculation pass, how can the university can admit him as a research student? So Ramanujan applied for a research scholar, admission of research scholar. It was submitted. His letter was submitted to the Board of Studies. Only the chairman, Professor Anandarao, he only accepted him. He gave permission. The remaining members of the Board of Studies, they have not agreed, and therefore, because only one person gave a clearance, the remaining Board of Studies members gave disagreement. Therefore, this decision was placed before syndicate. The syndicate also expressed the same opinion. All the syndicate members expressed dissent, meaning that Ramanujan should not be appointed as a research scholar in University of Madras. Here, the Vice Chancellor played a huge role. Well, he said that during the meeting, he said that I have prerogative power. So I feel that this gentleman is having a lot of potentials. Therefore, I use my power, I appointed him as a research scholar. So that was the situation. For all these things, we have minutes of syndicate minutes in University of Madras. So believe it. So only God in the form of the Vice Chancellor played a role to get admission of Ramanujan. So even though the University of Madras was started in 1857, Ramanujan was the first research scholar. Okay? Before that, there is no official research scholar. Ramanujan was appointed on May 1st, 1913 as a research scholar. So here again, after he joined as a research scholar, the Register of University of Madras is suggested to pursue research in Trinity College. So use this as a starting place, then go to University of Trinity College, United Kingdom. For that, the university provided money. Here again, the place lot of Ramanujan faced difficulties. So Ramanujan said to her mother that he is going to England. Those days, if anyone crosses sea, then they will not be, they will be excommunicated. ஜாதியை விட்டு தள்ளி வச்சிருவாங்க. கடல் கடந்து போய் பண்ணிடிச்சோம்னா ஜாதியை விட்டு தள்ளி வச்சிருவாங்க. So that was the situation for Ramanujan. None of his close relatives willing to send him to overseas. The Ramanujan mother was very adamant. She said, no, you can't go. Then one fine morning, she said that yesterday night I had a dream come from the Namagiri temple. So the goddess said that, okay, your son will flourish if you permit him to go to overseas. So with that assurance, the Ramanujan mother permitted Ramanujan to allow to visit the Trinity College. Again, he imposed many conditions. Ramanujan mother imposed many conditions. And Ramanujan must be. Family is already strict vegetarian, but somehow Ramanujan's mother have a different opinion about having cheese. You should not. Please give promise that you should not take cheese. So some kind of promise she asked, and Ramanujan also was happy. So University of Madras provided funding. On March 14, 1914, he left to University of Cambridge. He spent 5 years in the University of Cambridge. So Trinity College is affiliated to University of Cambridge. And in the Trinity College, Isaac Newton also was a faculty member of University of, the Trinity College. So Ramanujan also is a student there. Okay? And from the personal point of view, Ramanujan is a very peculiar student. That is, I think many of you are aware that the temperature of United Kingdom varies rapidly. So take for example now or January, the temperature will go -5, -6, etc. And during the March, June, July, it will go up to 24. And see, Ramanujan bothered about various weather conditions. He used to lie down on the floor without having carpet and everything. He used to sleep for 16 hours and he used to work for under 16 hours as sleep, work. He does not bother. See, one side, he is not taking necessary precautions to face the weather conditions. The other side, at the time, there was a World War I. There's a food shortage, particularly, there's a ration, and ration is only beef and other things. So that is a rationing. So finding vegetables is very, 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 very difficult. So one side he is not taking his health properly, lying down in a wrong place or not the right place. The other side, and he's not taking, he used to take only vegetables. Salad எடுத்தா எடுத்துக்குவாருங்க. அதிகமான salad எடுத்துக்கிட்டு எவ்வளவு நாளைக்கு நீங்க you can survive? You cannot survive for long period. So because of this kind of mismatch, he got infected with tuberculosis. So he has been admitted to nursing home. Okay, and another story, Ramanujan has written several letters to his wife, Janaki. And we heard that none of the letters of Ramanujan reached Janaki. So in between, his mother, Ramanujan's mother, read everything and she did not show the மாமியா மருமக சண்டைங்க. ஸோ அந்த மாதிரி சண்டை நடந்துக்கிட்டே இருந்துச்சுங்க. So that also Ramanujan, that's one of the other reasons of Ramanujan. And believe it or not, in one of the dates, he has tried to commit suicide in London city. See, now we are having a metro railway station and underground metro railway station. In London, that metro, we call it a metro. In London, they call it a tube. So on one fine morning, he sat on the track of the track. He was arrested. Then Hardy intervened. Hardy is one of the remarkable mathematicians of United Kingdom. He is having high level of recognition, so he knows everybody in the administration. The Hardy intervened, so he was released. Explained to the police that this gentleman was frustrated. Okay, so he has so the 5 years of 1914 to 1918 is the most productive period for Ramanujan. So during this period, Ramanujan has passed BA degree, and we have degree by writing examination and degree by research. So Ramanujan has completed BA degree by research, and his dissertation title is Highly Composite Numbers. And he is very much fond of numbers. You would have seen in different papers of his research work. Say in 1917 or 1918, he was very sick. Okay. So Professor Hardy wanted to help him. Maybe if we give a very good recognition, then he can recover. Okay. So therefore, he has arranged, Hardy has arranged how to elect a fellow of the Royal Society. Well, the highest recognition of scientists of our either mathematics or science, physics or chemistry. So if you are elected the fellow of the Royal Society, you will be regarded as a very high caliber scientists or mathematicians. So see, in India we are having a few fellow of the Royal Society of Mathematics. FRS. Professor Raghunathan, very few mathematicians, and all of them are from our region. Okay? So we are strong in mathematics. And Ramanujan was elected at the very young age. So in the history of Thai society, only two people were elected at the young age. The first candidate is famous physicist Niels Bohr. He was elected at the age of 29 or 28. So the second person is Ramanujan. So he was the youngest, second youngest for this distinction. So on 19 March 19, Hardy decided to send Ramanujan to India. He knows that Ramanujan is suffering from heavy disease. So better to go to India. So he arranged. So on March 1919, Ramanujan returned to India. Here again he has faced a lot of protest community. As soon as he landed, he was excommunicated, and he was not allowed to live either in Mylapore or in Triplicate. So he spent some time in Kumbakonam, and then he moved to Chennai. So in Chennai, okay, in the meantime, University of Madras offered professorship. So Ramanujan was the first professor of University of Madras. Okay, so please remember that Ramanujan was the first research scholar of University of Madras. After 5 years, Ramanujan was appointed as the first professor of University of Madras. But Ramanujan did not accept, citing his health reason. He has not accepted the professorship. Even then, the university said that, okay, you need not come to the university, but we will provide the salary. And on April 26, 1920, he passed away. Okay? So this is a brief history of Ramanujan. So from the history, the younger students or younger generation think there are one or two messages. The first message is have determination. Whatever you wanted to do, have determination. One. Second message is in life, you may face difficulties. Don't lose your heart. Okay? Don't lose heart because of the failures or difficulties. Face and come out from the difficulties. Definitely you will succeed, and Ramanujan is an example for is an example to us. So as from the mathematician. And Ramanujan is a very shrewd student in school level. Okay, you can read in the problem. So he was studying as a student in Form 4. Okay, and he solved mathematics problem from 6th standard. Okay, well, you can read when Ramanujan was in fourth form. His schoolmate C.V. Rajagopalachari, he studied in Form 5. Raised the question, which was given by Form 6 student. Okay, so if root x plus root y equal to 7 and x plus y is equal to 11, root y is equal to 11. So the question is this: find the integer value of x and y satisfying this equation. So this was the question. Okay, well, believe இன்னைக்கு உள்ள ஒரு 4வது படிக்கிற ஸ்டூடெண்ட் நம்மளால இங்கிலீஷையும் எழுத தெரிய மாட்டேங்குது, தமிழையும் எழுத தெரிய மாட்டேங்குது, எதையுமே எழுத தெரிய மாட்டேங்குது. Whereas, so this problem was given and Ramanujan solved. Very simple. Okay, please keep in mind that they wanted to have values for integer values. Okay, now to solve, they choose x is equal to m squared and y is equal to n squared, and then as a consequence, m plus n squared is something, and m squared plus n is equal to something. You subtract and factorize, and the factorization will give m minus n times m plus n minus 1 times 4. So there are two variables, m and n, but we are having only one equation. Okay? So you can choose. There are more than one way you can choose to. Well, we are choosing, or Ramanujan chooses m minus 1 equal to m plus n minus 1 is equal to 4. So he solved that, and then he found the solution x is equal to y and y is equal to 4. See, as a Form 4 student, this was considered an unexpected achievement. It's a very brilliant one. Then another interesting aspect of Ramanujan is very fond of numbers. And if you go through his notes, or notes, in Ramanujan Institute or University of Madras, we are keeping his original writings. Okay? And if you go through his notes, when some of in places you can see the magic square. He's very fond of magic square. He used to construct 3 by 3 magic square, 4 by 4. He has constructed up to 25 into 25 times magic square. From that point of view, they should know what is magic square. Maybe some of you might have well versed, but in general, a magic square consists of a square array of numbers whose row, column, and diagonal, skew diagonal sums. Okay, so everything, either you can add row wise or column wise or diagonal wise, that should be the same number. So one of the members, you choose number 5 and write down by 3 by 3 magic square. See, student, I request the student, you choose any number, say maybe 5,000 or 10,000, you write down 50 by 50. So that is a joy. You should not feel that it is a mathematics. You can feel that it is a joy of dealing with the numbers. Then another example, say date magic square. So, well, we are all familiar about the Ramanujan date of birth, and that is, if you count all the things, 139. So that can be written in 4 by 4 mathematics, 4 by 4 magic square. Maybe you can try 5 by 5 or 6 by 6 or higher than that. Okay? That's again, you can enjoy with your, by doing that. And you can notice all these things in his notebooks, or that was published in Indian Journal of Mathematical Society. Then another problem, this problem was sent to the G.H. Hardy. So we are all familiar about the Diophantine equation. And for arbitrary n, at the time it has not been solved. Recently this has been solved by Entreville. For n equal to 1, n equal to 2, so this admits more than one solution. You can see that it is y, z. Then if you choose a value, you can find more than one set of a, b. And if n equal to 2, you can see that x square plus y square equal to n square. Okay, so sum of two integers, sum of two squares need not be a square always. I repeat, sum of two squares need not be a square always. You take 2 square plus 3 square, so that is need not be a perfect square. If that is a perfect square, that is called the Pythagorean triples. So that was the, what I want to say is, for n equal to 2, you can have more than one solution satisfying the above equation. And Ramanujan, so he considered an equation. So this was published in, it was sent to Hardy's first letter. And then it has also appeared in Journal of Indian Mathematical Society. He chose the expression 2 power n minus 7. Then he is asking for what choice of n this is a perfect square. I repeat, Ramanujan chose the expression 2 power n minus 7. He posed the question for what choice of n 2 power n minus 7 can be written as a perfect square. And he has shown that for values 3, 4, 5, 7, and 15, this is a perfect square. For no other values, it is not a, it is a perfect square. Even now, this result has been, though it is proved in 1913, this has not been disputed till now. So if maybe people can try. And what you can do is, if you want to try, you replace n by 2k. And if you substitute n equal to 2k, then the y squared that can be splitted into two factors, and you can try to solve. Okay, and following this work, similar work. So Professor Manjul Bhargava, he was awarded as a Fields Medal in 2014, and today evening by 7:30 he is giving a popular lecture. Okay? Manjul Bhargava is an Indian origin list. Another interesting problem. See, Ramanujan had many friends, and one of the friends was the founder director of Indian Statistical Institute, situated in Calcutta. Ramanujan, at one fine afternoon, Ramanujan was cooking, and at that time, his Calcutta friend entered into the lodge at his house, and he posed a question. This is the question he posed. Imagine that you are on a street marked through 1 to n. There is a house on the street in between such that the sum of all the house numbers to the left side of it is equal to the sum of all the house numbers on its right. If n is in between 50 and 500, what are n and the house number? So the Calcutta this problem in one of the popular mathematics magazine. To solve this problem, a normal student can take 3 to 4 days to answer this question. As soon as the Calcutta friend posed the question, immediately Ramanujan said that I have the answer. The answer is 204. He was shocked. The Calcutta, he was shocked. How did you say without any taking any time? He said that I have developed the continued fraction. The students must know that every positive integer can be written as a continued fraction. So that fraction, and using the continued fraction, I have come to this answer. So the part of the answer is choose R is the house number. It is what is given. We have chosen R is the house number. What are the left? Left is 1 to up to R minus 1 is the left. The right hand side, we have omitted the R. The right hand side starts from R plus 1 to up to. We know the elementary result. The left hand side is, sum of the left hand side is R into R minus 1 by 2. Now, we add R times R plus 1 by 2 both sides. We get R squared is equal to n times n plus 1 by 2. Then by simple calculation, so you can make it a perfect square, and you can find the integer solution. So the integer solutions are 1 comma 1. That is, we are having variables r comma n. So the right hand side 1 comma 1, 8 comma 6, 204, 218, 288. Okay. So in the statement of the problem, we are having house between 50 and 500. So therefore, we can choose the third one. So third one starts with the 204. The 204 is the R value. That's what we have to find. You can also proceed to find the next number. With the next number, that will move away from 500. And that we don't want. So therefore, it is not been given. Then, another problem we used to tell to the students is that Ramanujan is a very studious, very genius person. Okay, so I have mentioned that Ramanujan's health condition is not very good. He was admitted in nursing home. To see nursing, when the Ramanujan, Professor Hardy, used to visit nursing home in one of the days. Hardy mentioned that is, Hardy reached the nursing home and met Ramanujan. And at that time, Hardy looked like a very dull person. So therefore, Ramanujan asked Hardy, why you are so dull today? So at that point, Hardy mentioned that why I am dull. I came in a taxi bearing registration number 1729. This is a pretty dull number. or from the point of view of Hardy, this number is a dull number. But Ramanujan replied that, oh, no, Hardy, 1729 is the smallest positive integer which can be written as the sum of cubes of two distinct positive integers in two different ways. Okay, so that is where the geniusness lies. So after all, he simply said 1729. Then immediately he has connected the number through the mathematics, particularly number theory. In fact, this is the first number, positive integer, that can be written in two different ways of cube. So the first integer is 1729, second one is 4104. So it goes on, you can have a list. Okay? So that is his genius. You can also generalize the executable problem. So you can also find three different ways of cubes, four different ways, n cubes different ways. So that is the generalization. And I can also write down fourth powers. Well, it's not that much easy to find a number, positive integer, which can be written two different ways of fourth powers. And if you go further, see, right now we are unable to find any positive integer which can be written two different ways having fifth power. In other words, we are unable to find any positive integer satisfying a power 5 plus b power 5 equal to c power 5 plus d power 5. Maybe I request the students, if you are able to find any positive integer obeying the property two different ways, okay, then your name will be recorded. Well, this is not very difficult. How this is not difficult? You take the cubic. What is a cube plus b cube? A plus b cube equal to a plus b times a square minus ab plus b square. That is, you have two factors. First factor is linear. Second factor is quadratic one. So if you go to the a power 5 plus b power 5, a power 5 plus b power 5 is equal to, first factor is a plus b, second factor is fourth power. Okay, so solving fourth power is relatively difficult. That's why in the 8th standard or 9th standard or even in the 5th standard, we explain to the students how to solve quadratic equation, how to solve equation. After that, we did not teach, about solving 4th degree equation, 5th degree equation, because for quadratic equation, we have only three types of distinct roots are possible. And cubic equation, we have some more, the number roots will be increased. Similarly, for 5th power equation, maybe if you find, so you will be recorded in the history of mathematics. Another interesting topic of Ramanujan. Angraj, how many minutes I can take further? Angraj, somebody, how many minutes I can take? Proceed. Hello? 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 Okay. So another topic of Ramanujan is partition of numbers. That is I have explained in the slide. So given a positive integer, how many distinct ways we can express? So P of 4 is 5, P of 5 is 7, and P of 6 is 11, and P of 10 is 42, and P of 100, you can see the number. So that much formula, that much base you can rewrite. And Ramanujan devised a formula that was using that you can find partition of highest number, maybe partition of 1 million, partition of etc. So you can find out. Okay, so that is about that is some of the partition. And where are we using partition of numbers? We are using, in the business industry, they are using partition of numbers. For example, assume that we are visiting United Kingdom. Now we don't visit United Kingdom, at least this month we won't visit. We visit either Canada or USA, and we are trying to withdraw through ATM machine. Once you insert the ATM card into the machine, so the machine will ask how much dollar you want. You are replying that you wanted to have $1,000. Again, the machine will ask how many $20 note you want, how many $50 note you want, how many $100 note you want. Okay, so the idea of Ramanujan, partition number of Ramanujan that have been built in ATM machine. So that is finding here. That's one of the useful one. Okay, so this is about the Ramanujan's work. Now I have to. எவ்வளவு நேரம் இருக்குங்க
சார்? உங்களை ஒரு 5 minutes, 5 to 10 minutes, 5 minutes ஓகேங்க சார்.
5 more minutes எடுத்துக்கிறேங்க.
ஓகேங்க சார், ஓகேங்க சார். ஆடியோ என்னோடது வர மாட்டேங்குது. அதான் சார், டிஸ்டர்ப் பண்ண வேணாம்னு சொல்லிட்டு தான். ஓகே.
Okay, so next is the this is some information about the Ramanujan, and next one is about just I would like to say a few words about the importance and applications of mathematics. So these days, the general public, they have a view that mathematics is very difficult. Only specialized certain class of people alone can pursue mathematics. That is wrong. We have to, the public or anybody interested in pursuing mathematics, we have to convince them that is not the case. Okay, if anybody asks what is mathematics, we can give answer. Mathematics is a language of nature. Mathematics is a language of nature. Nature is unpredictable. Nature is chaotic. So if we want to study any unpredictable things, you need to have higher skills. So because of that reason, that the mathematics is difficult. That is not the case. Since mathematics, in mathematics, what are we doing? We are trying to understand the happenings in nature. We are trying to write down the happenings of nature into symbolic language. Okay? So that is what Newton did. Newton, when apple falls to the ground, he is trying to reason why apple is falling and how it can be written in terms of symbols. What Einstein did, Einstein also did the same thing. He has tried to rewrite the formula symbols, so that gives the partial differential equation. Okay? I mean, you should remember that we are all trying to understand the happenings in nature. Another question the students are asking, our general public is asking, sir, in your curriculum, why are you introducing calculus? Why are you introducing analytical geometry in 2 dimensions? Why are you introducing geometry? Why are you introducing probability? We have to give answer, convincing answer. The answer, maybe you can read this answer. In nature, we come across patterns, numbers, change, shape, size, chance. So these are all we come across in our life. But these things coexist. Patterns and numbers, they have not, you cannot, that coexist. We wanted to understand each of the terms in detailed manner. You take, for example, the word change. Okay? We are all temporary in this world. Only one thing is permanent. The permanent thing is change. But the word change can be connected with the calculus. What is the theme of the calculus? The theme of the calculus is to find the rate of change. Okay? So how far, how much change, how quick the change is happening, how fast change is happening. Okay, so this is happening in nature, this is happening in our life. We wanted to understand. If we understand the rate of change, we can control it. So that's how it's happening, the virus explosion, how we can arrest, control. And mathematics, the right topic of understanding similar ideas is calculus. Similarly, chance, the right topic, you know that it's a probability, size, shape, geometry. So whatever topic we introduce in +2 or +1 or 10, it is having connection with the nature. Okay, we are trying to understand the happenings in nature. Another reason the general public cannot. You can, I mean, what is the importance of mathematics? You can say that mathematics is mind. Another reason they can ask, and I mean, what are you going to gain by studying mathematics? We can say that by studying mathematics, or the study of mathematics develops analytical thinking, critical reasoning, to choose the best, to choose the simplest. Okay? These are all we provide as a mathematician. We provide. The entire theoretical computer science depends on mathematics. Computer is a machine. Each machine is having considerable number of integrated chips. Each integrated chips, we inbuilt many algorithms, and that algorithm was written by mathematician. So if we write algorithms in a simplest way, the efficiency of the computers will be increased. So we are providing a tool for the computer science. Not only computer science, we are also providing a tool how to go from simple into, from complexity into simple thing. Okay? There are many applications we can do. So the mathematics is very important and playing a fundamental role to the development of science, engineering, and technology. We are the people. Only we provide a proper tool. My request to all the faculty members, whenever you enter into class, try to motivate the students. What is this? What is the meaning of this topic? And why we have to teach, we have to learn this topic, and what way this can be connected to the real world situation. Spend some time, because we have to attract the interest in mathematics is declining year by year. It is our duty to arrest at some point, and it is your duty to motivate the student. That will attract. Okay? Then another thing is, our students are not somewhere, the understanding of basics is missing, and it is our duty to explain, convince the students that is very important. I think we have to spend more time of explaining concepts and how that concept can be it properly or effectively utilized to the industry. I think better with this, I would like to thank once again for this patiently. I would like to thank all the college authorities and Dr. Angaraj, Dr. Makishwari for providing an opportunity to meet all of you. Thank you very much. Any question you can ask.
Thank you, sir, for engaging our minds with your remarkable words. You have made us understand the key to growth is the introduction of higher dimension into our awareness. Your speech on life history of the legend Srinivasa Ramanujan was indeed a thought-provoking one. Once again, I thank you, sir.
Okay, so thank you very much.
To express the words of gratitude, I now invite Professor R. Nandini to deliver the vote of thanks.
With God's blessing and grace in His abundance, it's my duty and honor to present the vote of thanks of today's webinar. Gratitude is not only the greatest of all virtues, but the parent for all the other. A very pleasant afternoon to one and all gathered here. I, Professor R. Nandini, on behalf of Mathematics and IT Department, would like to express the sincere gratitude to the chief guest, Dr. Ramanujan Sahadevan, who engaged us with his presence besides his busy schedule to enrich us on Srinivasa Ramanujan, a legendary revolutionist in mathematics. Sir, your words gave a brief knowledge about Srinivasa Ramanujan's history and his contribution on numbers. Also, on behalf of mathematics faculty, we will try spending some time